Good day, welcome back to Portland Meadows Racing Live Track Handicapper Matt Jukic joining you once again. We're looking at our Pick 4 ticket Wednesday, September 19th, of course, which should be a big evening here at Portland Meadows into TVG, so expect the pools to be pretty large, or into California anyways. Expect the pools to be pretty good tonight. Wednesday night, so we get two Pick 4s that start right in the first race. Tough way to kick it off. We're going to go 3 deep, the 4, the 8, and the 9. The 4, the first timer from a barn that can get them ready to fire first out. Works have been okay for the level. Might be a bit of a surprise, but I just couldn't find anybody I really fell in love with who had made a start. The 8, AJ's Bag of Dog, going to drop down from the maiden allowance into the 5,000 in here. How good did that last race come up? The top 3 finishers all came right back to win their next race, so there was some talent in there. Hoping AJ's Bag of Dog can keep that going. The 9, Letska Nies, another one who's been training well in the mornings. Look Back Dog as a team, very speedy work there, covering 3 furlongs, 36 and 3. Going 5.5, should be able to get out of the gate, get into a good position from the outside. We're going to want it covered 4, 8, 9 in the first leg. Off into the second, we're going to cover the 4 and the 7. Fired Answers MG, right back at the same level after running into General Day. We're also going to cover the 7, 18 Irish on the big drop down. Probably the top pick in here is the 7, 18 Irish. Dominating victory first time out. Then tried an allowance race, then tried a stakes race. 5,000 non-2 today. Looks like a perfect spot for the 7, 18 Irish. Wanted a single, it just couldn't pull the trigger. Into the third race, we're going to leave the 1 Colonel Corny right out. I just think he's had enough. The 3, he is tough beats in his last 2 at Canterbury. Gone down by a neck in both of them, but posted some pretty big buyer numbers. You can see 60 and 71, which should tower over this field. He runs back to those ones. Everyone else is running for a second prize. We're also going to cover the 6, a Deputy All-Star. Guys, consistent as they come here at Portland. 31 trips to the track here. 20 times he's been in the exactor. Coming off a tough half-length beat in an allowance last out. I think Deputy All-Star is another one you're going to want to have covered. Some of the numbers here in the 4th, the 4 and the 7 we're going to cover again. She Just Said So. And the 7, Janie's Demon. Janie's Demon did top She Just Said So pretty easy last out. I think Janie's Demon will be a handful in here for anybody who wants to deal with her. Second time out here at Portland, is able to improve. A little bit, she should be pretty tough. So it's the 4, 8, and 9 with the 4 and 7, with the 3 and 6, with the 4 and 7. That's $24. Gets you in for the early Pick 4. But of course, we get 2 Pick 4s on this card. Let's get right into that second one, kicking off in the 5th race with the City of Roses claiming series final. We're going to cover the 3, the 9, 11, the 3, Go Ocho Go. Hopefully the more ground is able to get her and get up to win here. Is the idea anyways. Always thought she wanted more ground. We'll see if she can pick them off in the lane here. We're going to have the 9, Fantasyville, coming off a nice win in one of the flights last out. I think she's tactical enough. You can place her anywhere in the race. Doesn't really need to be on the lead or way back. I think she's very dangerous. And the one who might get overbet, but you got to have her covered, is the 11, Black and Silver. Ran off the page last out as she walloped the field by 9 lengths. It was an easier leg of the 2. It'll be interesting to see how she stacks up, taking on a 12-horse field here. You got to have her covered 3, 9, 11 in the first leg there. Off into the 6th race, the 2, the 6, and the 11, the 2, Fuse Imp. The 6, Sing and Swing, Sing and Swing, coming off a very nice victory last out. And the 7, 4, the Fame, another one dropping down to the 4 at $5,000 ranks for the first time, so 267 there. Off into the 7th race, we're going to try and get a single home in Cabalito de Mar on the drop back down to $1,600. I think the distance is perfect for him, just missed last out at the $2,500 level by a head by Tucano, who came right back to win. I think Cabalito Del Mar is a handful. In the feature, the 7th, let's see if we can get him home as our single. Before we go 3 deep again in the last, we're going to take all the inside horses, the 1, the 2, and the 3, Memodomaya, Shamundi, and See You Later, Slew. All 3 of them exiting the Portland Meadows Mile, as well as the other one, Cody's a Bobcat, who came back to win at a non-2 level. Be interesting to see which one does the best here, going just 6 furlongs. I think the 1, Memodomaya, is going to be tough. Plenty speedy in the cut back to a good distance for him. Might be out of the gate and gone, but we're going to cover all 3 just in case. So we're going to go 3 deep by 3 deep by 3 deep, 3, 9, and 11 by 2, 6, and 7 with the single, the 7, with 1, 2, and 3 in the last 20 or $18 just this time. Get you off that late Pick 4 here at Portland Meadows. Let's get lucky.